Oh my god, my cheeks are so red because I was so stressed. Hi everyone. Sorry about that. We're only fashionably late. 15 minutes. Welcome. Thank you all for being here.
I'm sure you're used to us being chaotic and slightly disorganized, but this time it was Tech's fault.
Yeah. We had my laptop set up, ready to go. We were organized, we were on time. And then just before we pressed go live, it was like, camera is being used by another device, and it wouldn't let us turn it off. So, hello, welcome in. Let me say hi to everyone. Hi, Narrowboat Chuddington Adventures. Hi, Steve. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Cham. Hi, Blue. Hi, Barbara. Hi, John. Hi, Paul. Hi, Helen. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Alan. Hi, Narrowboat Luna Betty. And everyone else, I'm sorry if I missed it. Hi, Nick. Hi, Sam. How are we all doing?
Yeah,
we're here.
We definitely felt the pressure, John. The 49 people waiting while we were frantically trying to swap laptops and get the camera to work.
Oh. How are we all?
We got there. We've got our cups of tea ready to go.
Happy Easter. And if you're watching the VOD back, hello. Thank you for watching the VOD back. Hi. Oh, I'm all red and flustered.
We were pretty ready to go.
Yeah, I was so proud of us for being on time.
And then because we're still not that used to streaming on YouTube, because it's our third ever stream, we don't quite know how it works. So we were expecting a preview before we went live, and it just kept saying the camera cannot be used and you couldn't click anything. So yeah it was stressful.
Hi Claire, I found your channel a few days ago and have been binge watching. You guys are awesome. Welcome in, Claire.
Amazing.
That means so much. Hi. Thank you so much. All good, thanks. Good to hear, Trinton. How's your Easter been? Well, it's been busy.
Yes.
But yesterday, the last few days we've spent in Loughborough City Centre in the Basin. So the vlogs are a little bit behind for those that don't know. And it's been really, really lovely, but it's been so busy and hectic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And then today we've just been kind of doing facilities, rushing around, cruising, and we found a really nice quiet spot ready for the live. So we've been since we moored up, we've been chilled.
Yeah.
But it's been a nice day. Yeah. What about you? What's everyone been up to for the Easter?
And I guess just for a heads up, the vlogs are, as Amy said, a bit behind. So we aren't currently in Langley Mill.
Yeah!
We made it out.
Slight
spoiler. We won't say exactly much about our journey to this point, because that will be coming out over the next few weeks. But yeah, we've made it out and we are back out on the canals. We are free from the error wash, and that's so exciting.
We loved the error wash, but we were glad to see the back of it, weren't we?
Yeah, it was about 4 months there, which is about 3 months longer than we expected.
I'll
bring slightly in the way.
I know. Well. Hi Luke, welcome in. How are you?
Happy Easter from Bermuda. Amazing. Happy Easter to you too, Peter.
I'm selling my house, ready to buy my boat. Just cleared out my workshop and found a new saw. Can I send it west? He does need one, Kevin. He does.
I know. I got blisters last summer from sawing, trying to build those little shelves.
But we have got a proper saw now. Before we were using metal saws on wood, but now we're using proper wood saws for wood. You will be proud.
It's still probably the wrong saw, knowing us.
Yeah.
It said all purpose, and we thought, surely we can't go wrong with that.
Hi, Nick. Glad you're cruising again. It feels good to be cruising again. Yeah, it feels good. And the engine's working. Thank you, Sham.
Yeah.
The engine is
still going strong.
Yeah, it's going good.
Yeah.
We won't say too much because it's exciting what we're coming up, and we're very proud of ourselves. But the engine is working.
We are a little bit flustered as well, so if we do miss a question in the live chat, feel free to post it again.
Yeah, we're sorry if we miss any of your messages. This is the busiest one we've had.
I know, 75 viewers at the moment.
Thank you all so much.
Crazy. We really, really appreciate it.
I do live streaming usually, and I only usually have about 9 people in my chat, so I'm not used to this either.
Completely overwhelmed.
Hi, Gary Rogers. We are currently on the outskirts of Loughborough.
Yes.
We're really liking it. On the Grand Union Leicester line, we believe.
Yeah, we think so. We're never really quite sure.
No, we are. We're on the Grand Union Leicester line. Oh my God, Corey. Are there any baby ducks everywhere? We saw our first... No, we've seen 2 lots of baby ducks this
Mhm.
season so far. So excited. But we saw the first ones today, literally a couple of hours ago, that came up to the boat. And I was like, quick, give them everything. I got the bread out. I got the oats out. Was just giving them everything we possibly could.
Oh my goodness, Stroop 43, thank you so much for the super chat for $8.99. That is
Thank you so much. All the best to you.
absolutely don't need to, but that is, yeah, we really appreciate it. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's also our first ever super chat.
Yeah.
I think this is the first one where we could have it because the last one was in December.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of threshold you have to meet for certain like things on live streams, and I think we have hit that now.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Thank you so much again, Stroop. Wayne, welcome in, Wayne, from Mercy Marina. Oh, we loved Mercy, yeah?
Mercy
hello.
Lovely. Kevin says, I'm selling my house, ready to buy my boat, just clearing out my workshop and found a new saw. Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We laughed at you for your saw already.
Yeah.
Narrowboat, Cheddington Adventures. I've just been chilling, watching narrowboat vlogs all day. Seems to be the life these days. We're the same. Yes. We have got a boat, and then literally most evenings we're like, right, we've been on the boat all day. Shall we watch more boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it.
Really does consume you as a lifestyle, doesn't it?
Stroop, hi to you both. New subscriber here, been binge watching as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, CJ Welsh, welcome in. Sorry if we missed anyone. Chocolate eggs or chips? And someone else said any eggs left. Do you want to get them out, Wes?
So this is us being a little bit unprepared because Easter's not like a huge thing for us. We were mainly sort of excited for the 4-day weekend. So we were a little bit unprepared. We forgot that most things are completely closed on the Sunday. So the plan was to do our weekly shop today and then leave Loughborough. But when we turned up to the shop, it was completely closed. So we haven't been able to stock up, which is fine. We've got enough food in. But I did find a petrol station that has got 2 vegan Easter eggs. So we do have one.
They're pretty no frills Easter eggs.
Yeah, they are very much the basic. We
do have them, and we're gonna crack into them soon when we chatted with you all. And I made a little. I ran up. Pass me my flowers.
These are our decorations for Easter.
I tried to decorate for Easter. My daffodils died, so I just went and picked some of these. Where can we put them? Nowhere. They'll fall over.
But they're over here.
Are all the blinds finished? Yes, Kevin.
Well, ish.
Oh no.
They're all on.
They're all on. They're all drilled on.
Most of them have these little magnets on, but for some reason we still haven't done the ones in the kitchen. They're the last 2 that need magnetizing, but they are all attached to the walls and are still attached. Which, we're happy to report.
Claire said, just resting today as I was helped to lead a walk on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, wow. How many people, Claire? That sounds amazing.
That's also where Taylor's are at the moment, isn't it? I think. Taylor's board, I think, are currently on the Stafford and Worcestershire.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I think. Yeah. Dandelion Easter decorations. Exactly. Nick, they're yellow, right? It counts. Hi, Danny. Welcome in.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. That's really lovely of you to say. But yeah, I think for me, I would still go chips over chocolate. I'm definitely more of a savoury over sweet. I am very partial to a bit of chocolate with a cup of tea. But yeah, it's still got to be chips.
You know we love our chips. Chips over everything. I think I got caught the sun today, you know. I thought I was red because I was flustered, but
it's
been
normally
warm
what
enough
happens,
for
though.
sunburn.
As soon as the sun comes out, I tend to go quite brown, which is quite fortunate.
Whereas tans nicely.
And Amy will just instantly burn.
Yeah. I go bright red. Sham says, I'll be moving on to a reverse layout boat this August. Hope we'll meet on the canal. Amazing.
That's so good. We do love our reverse layout as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Rufus, sometimes, particularly in the winter, you can come back in with your muddy boots, and it just makes it a lot easier when you're going straight into the kitchen rather than into your bedroom. Or more importantly, Rufus's muddy paws aren't going straight on our bed.
Because we don't use the front doors, because that's Dupes' kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're glad we went with reverse.
Andrew asks, where do I get my wacky jumpers from? This one is actually Amy got me this one for Christmas. It says "Don't panic." It's a little Bo Burnham sort of
If you've seen Bo Burnham Inside on Netflix,
yeah,
it's from that.
Yeah, I'm somewhat obsessed with it. So
Yeah.
Amy got it for me for Christmas. Other jumpers, I don't really know.
Just everywhere, isn't it?
There's sort of a couple of clothing brands we follow, or like a charity shop, or like a thrift shop or something, and just whatever catches our eye.
Wes loves a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I will always say, no, you can't buy any more sweatshirts, Wes, because they literally won't fit anymore.
Yeah, they are my absolute favourite article of clothing.
Yeah. Oh, Luke, thank you so much for the top chart.
Thank you so much.
That little lemon is so cute.
Oh,
thank you so much, Luke Simpson. You didn't have to do that.
Wait, is it a lemon? Yeah, it's a lemon. I thought it might be an Easter egg, but it's a lemon, isn't it? Oh,
it could be really an cute Easter lemon.
Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. As we said before, like you absolutely don't have to, but it is massively, massively appreciated.
Yeah.
Peter asked, have we had a takeaway today? No, we haven't. We were thinking we'd be quite brave and not get a takeaway, but obviously we haven't been able to do our weekly shop, so we were tempted to, but then we cruised and now we're not really near any, which is probably a good thing. So we are behaving.
Yeah.
We're a little bit behind schedule of where we wanted to be though, so our dinner is currently kind of over there, half
waiting, smelling it.
Yeah.
But I know it's not a disclaimer, but I feel like we do eat very healthily. You probably are just like, no way do they eat healthily. But because we mostly vlog on weekends, we always get a little treat on a Saturday or a Friday night. So it's like most of the time it seems like we just eat takeaways every night. But Wes is a very good cook, aren't you? He cooks lots of vegetables.
We do eat properly.
Promise.
Yeah, it just tends to be that, if we're not filming much in the week because it's mainly just we're at work or something and there's nothing really exciting happening, then you don't see
the healthy meals. Yeah. Maybe we should start cooking more healthy meals. Yeah. And I would say check out the what we eat in a week video.
Yes.
But we didn't eat healthily on that.
Yeah, so we planned to be like, yes, this is it. We can redeem ourselves. We don't just eat chips. And then we went and we just ate loads of chips.
Yeah, you can't help. Chippy tea.
Yeah, we try.
Hi, Tom. Welcome in. This is Lies. You only eat chips. Don't expose us.
Cheddington says, I wanted my own boat, but need to sell the business in the house first. You guys inspire me so much. Thank you so much. That sounds so exciting. Selling a business and a house sounds like such a leap of faith, but
yeah,
I am so sure you won't regret it. It is such a wonderful lifestyle. And if there's any questions that you have, obviously we still don't know very much. If there is anything that we can help you with, by all means reach out and ask us anything.
Stroop, I've chilled today as my last day off. Oh, nice. I hope you had a lovely time.
That sounds lovely.
Claire says, only 11. It was lovely, but I had to take a quick sneaky walk onto the shroppy too. Oh, nice. That sounds good, though. Sounds like you had a good day, Claire.
Yeah, we've only had a little tiny experience with the shroppy so far, and the woes of trying to moor on its shelf.
Yeah.
We still don't have any wheelbarrow tires. We did get a lot of tips saying that those are kind of really good for keeping you off the shelf, but if we're going back that way, I think we'll try and find some secondhand wheelbarrows and save our paint. Peter says, is the fridge full? So currently not very full. It has been. It is normally quite full, but at the moment it's a little bit sparse.
The freezer is, though. The freezer's pretty stocked.
The freezer's pretty good. Yeah.
But the fridge isn't. We need to find a shop because we were planning to do our full shop today, and then we forgot that it was a bank holiday, so everything was closed. Yeah. Welcome in, Carl. Hi, guys. Nice to see you going past us. In Loughborough. Oh, sorry, didn't get the chance to speak to you. I was the one who shouted as you went by. No worries. Sorry we didn't get a chance to stop. We were trying to get in the basin to get a spot because it was so busy. But it was lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Welcome in, Kelly. Sorry I'm a bit late. No worries at all. In fact, you're sort of only just a little bit behind us.
We were late too.
We had some technical problems, so we were late. Claire says, I'll send you over some of my lentil and chickpea curry I'm currently making.
Oh, yes.
That sounds very nice.
Hungry.
That sounds really lovely. Baked potatoes, always a solid option. I think we have them most weeks.
We do eat a lot of baked potatoes.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Welcome in. Hi, Paul Joseph. Welcome in.
Yeah, I think if we're not eating chips, we tend to be eating potatoes in other forms.
Yes.
So
Just
I don't know if that's
potatoes for
better.
most meals.
Yeah. It's the backbone of any sort of vegan diet, isn't it? Don't ever feel guilty for getting a chippy treat. We will keep that in mind. Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
We'll remember that when
Yeah.
next time we go.
We've become very conscious of the number of times we filmed the outside of a chip shop.
Andrew Webster, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, that's too kind. I love the little lemon.
What is he high-fiving?
He's high-fiving.
Like
Thank you so
pea.
much, Andrew. You really didn't have to. We appreciate it so much.
That's really, really generous of you. Thank you so much.
My boyfriend has been hi Corey. My boyfriend has been vegan since the new year and has loved being able to check out what you guys are eating. Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm glad we can help. We don't post there on much, but Wes has got a vegan food Instagram.
It's a bit of an old dead one.
At No Dead Things. And it's really good for just looking at like meals that we eat and like things that you could cook at home. And Wes usually like writes what products are good. It might be like a little bit outdated, but we still look back at that and be like, oh, what should we have for dinner tonight? And look at the options.
Yeah, I used to post a lot on it because I kind of just liked, I don't know, just trying different things and kind of like sharing sort of inspiration for different meals. But I sort of stopped doing that quite some time ago. But it does still have some useful things that you can maybe go back and look at.
Yeah.
Amy keeps nagging me to kind of post on it again.
Yeah, I think it would be good.
Document what we eat. Kevin says, have you ever thought about selling boat time products, t-shirts and mugs? We've toyed with the idea.
We've seen it.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. Would you guys want that?
I know. It just feels really big-headed of us. Like, no one's going to want a t-shirt with, like...
If we are going to do it, it's going to be Where's His Face giant on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, the whole t-shirt is just going to be... Not really.
Or, you know, when you can get those prints that's just, like, the same thing over and over again. With just, like, Amy's face all over, head to toe, full tracksuit.
No, but definitely an option in the future, I think. Maybe when we hit like a milestone.
Yeah.
Something that we
I think we'd probably wait a little bit to do it. And I think the other thing that we want to do is probably get someone who knows something about graphic design to do our logo.
Where's his little logo with the duck at the start of the video is going strong.
Yeah. It was just crudely sort of thrown together on Canva because I don't know how people make logos. It's a complete kind of like dark art. But yeah, we've been using that for a while, and at some point we'd like to upgrade it a bit.
Yeah. Paul Joseph says, what made you buy a boat?
Ooh. So I think our sort of origin story is that we always wanted to do some traveling. And for the longest time, we were thinking about doing van life. And we wanted to get like a Mercedes Sprinter or something and convert it and then go traveling around Europe. Obviously, due to certain political events, there were a few spanners thrown in those works. So it became a little bit more difficult or a little bit more unclear as to what we would be able to do in terms of traveling through Europe in a van. So we started looking for different other options.
And then we got Rufus as well, which he would have made it a lot more difficult.
Rufus would probably be all right. Rufus, not so much. So, yeah, we started looking for other options and we stumbled across a bunch of narrowboat vlogs and we got really hooked on those. And, yeah, it basically gave us the same thing where we just get to travel all the time, which is what we want to do, but kind of take your home with you.
Yeah, and Wes wasn't necessarily ready to quit his job. And he still really loves making games and he's still very passionate about his career. So with the boat life, we can have a desk set up. Wes can still work and still kind of work on his career. And we still get that sense of exploration and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how it happened. Yeah. And it was quite quick in the end because basically through lockdown, my work moved to work from home. So we were thinking like maybe in like 2 or 3 years' time, we'll get a boat. But because I was already working from home, we just thought, right, let's go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Narrowboat Nog in the Nog. Good evening. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Good to see you. And I'm just going to say hello to a few people. Welcome in, Ian. Welcome in, Keith. Hi. Chris, welcome in. I'll get round. And Grizzly, hello. Hi. We'll answer the question. I just wanted to say hi to people. Where's the next one?
Is it Ian's question, I think?
Yeah.
So Ian asked, how have you found working from the boat? Any problems with power management, etc.? That's a good question, because most people only ask about the internet, and the internet, generally speaking, is fine.
Yeah.
The only sort of more patchy bits that we've found was towards the Llangollen Canal, because you're kind of between England and Wales, and you're basically in a field for most of the time, so the connection's not very good.
And that was our first canal that we did.
Yeah.
So at first we were like, is
Oh,
this
no.
what it's like everywhere? Oh no, have we made a mistake?
Yeah, before we moored up anywhere, we'd be like just frantically speed testing, like, right, we've got 4 megabits down, quick moor up, because that was the best we could find. Other than that, it's been fine. But yeah, the power was actually a bigger factor. I won't spoil anything too much, because in an episode to come out very soon, we sort of do some shenanigans with our power setup. Since then, it's been way better.
Oh my god, it's wonderful.
But if you are working from the boat and you use sort of quite intensive electronics like laptops and stuff like that, and you're drawing a lot of power, I can highly recommend just investing in that setup. So lithium, quite a lot of amp hours. And I think, yeah, that definitely helps. You can get by without, but you have to run your engine a lot, or you probably need a generator. Whereas, yeah, now...
We won't spoil it too much, but we went from having to run our engine 3 times every day just for Wes to be able to work, to now we only have to run our engine every like 5 days. Even in the summer. In the winter, maybe once every like 2 days, 3 days. But it's huge difference.
Yeah.
So it's definitely doable.
Yeah, definitely.
Stroop's favourite food is chips.
Strong choice.
Strong choice. We can agree with that. Come up to Chester if you go on the Shroppy. Yes, we plan to, Nick. We've seen that. It looks lovely. We definitely will be there one day for sure. We'll say hey. Joe Wolf, welcome in. Got in from the pub. Hope you had a good time, Keith. Oh, the mic's not working. It's fine. Chris Ashbury, welcome in.
So Tom asks, Tom Didsbury Music, by the way, is the musician featured at the end of the Leaving the Llangollen episode. So that's his music. If you
He's one of our very good friends. Check him out.
Check him out. Really, really good musician. When was the last time you stopped and took stock of how much you've achieved over the last year? Look at you both go. You're smashing this out of the park. Of course you are. Thank you so much. That's really sweet.
That's so sweet, Tom. Thank you.
We did our 2021 review video at the end of last year, and that was really fun to film, because we basically just went back through all the episodes and tried to pull out kind of like key memories and moments, and that was really special. And we plan on doing that kind of every year so that we can keep looking back on how far we've come.
But it is weird to think, like, because we just kind of go about our day like doing boat chores and stuff, and then it's weird to think like, oh wow, we know how to live on a boat. Like, look at us go. Welcome in, Joe, by the way, and Shan, if you're there. Hello. Welcome in, Barbara and Spoolbox. Good to see you. Hello. How's the mold under the bed? We won't lie, Peter. The mold under the bed. We have just kind of.
Don't shout at us.
Don't shout. We're just trying to pretend that it doesn't exist. No, we know that it needs to be done, and we have drilled some holes under the mattress, but we haven't done the big job yet of get everything out completely, like demold under the bed. But we have added airflow under the mattress, but we still haven't like got rid of the mold. Yeah. So we're hoping it hasn't gotten worse, because we've added airflow. But we haven't removed the mold yet, and we kind of haven't even looked, because it's more like we don't really want to know.
Basically, it's on the very long list of boat jobs, but it is very much near the top now.
Yeah, it's on the top.
And because we're doing our spring cleaning and we're sort of trying to start decluttering, that seems like a good time to pull everything out.
We are
going to sand it, drill the holes and all the rest of it.
It's just a big job that's not very nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to do to properly get rid of it. So I think we're just kind of waiting to do that all in one go.
Yeah. How's the window bird feeder doing? Ours kept falling off. Oh, really? Ours is all right, hasn't it?
Going strong.
I just put a bit of canal water underneath the suction cups and then popped it on, and it's not fallen off yet.
Topped it.
Yeah. But we've not seen a single bird on it.
Yeah, that might be why it hasn't fallen off, because there's
No, because the seeds have gone down. Like, it's almost empty. But I haven't seen a single bird on it. So whether the wind's just blown them out or whether like mice at night have been eating them, I don't really mind who eats them, as long as they don't get into dupes.
Yeah.
But it's going strong, actually. Yeah.
We suspect it might be mice because we took Rufus out to the toilet one night and he barked, and an adorable little mouse was terrified by the bark and fell in the canal.
Yeah,
he got out and he was fine, but that was sad.
Welcome, Rachel, and welcome, Fu. Do you want to answer Champagne's message?
Is living on a narrowboat relaxing at all? I'm a former drag queen and I have got kind of fed up with the people and the noise, so I hope living on the boat is more relaxed. First of all, that's amazing that you're a former drag
love
queen.
that.
That is so cool. I definitely say it's relaxing. It's relaxing, but it's also hard work.
Yeah.
Like the whole routine of making sure that you fill up your water, you empty your toilets, you've got enough diesel, you kind of like always got to be doing stuff to keep going, but the payoff is always worth it. It's just so serene and tranquil. You'll go through areas obviously that are more built up and busy. You'll potentially encounter people that can be just as annoying as if you were living in a house, but generally speaking, the ability to just kind of like up sticks and just
go into the middle of nowhere where there's no one else around is definitely refreshing.
Yeah, and overall the boating community is really lovely. So if they see someone that needs help, they're always there, and it's very, very rare that you get a boater that isn't nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend it if you're getting a little bit fed up of kind of society and the noise and everything. It's definitely a good option.
Grizzly, hi from Sweden. Welcome in.
Wow.
Hi. Barbara says vegan is great, but watch those carbs. Barbara, we love carbs.
We're watching the carbs.
We're watching
them go in our mouth.
We're not really one to watch what we eat. We just eat what makes us happy.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, we do all right. But yeah, I think we're doing all right.
Hi Godzilla, welcome in. Do you want to answer Claire's question?
So Claire asked, which canal has pleasantly surprised you? Ooh, that is a really good question. I don't know, actually. I think I was quite nervous to go through. I think, to be fair, when we came off the Llangollen, everyone was telling us how that is like the best and the nicest one, and we were really worried that when we came off that, it was just going to be like, well, what if that's the nice bit done and it's just downhill from here? So I guess from that respect, like every canal after that has been really lovely.
Yeah.
I think the main one that stands out for me is probably the Erewash, because we'd heard a lot of people sort of saying things like, "Oh, I'm not going to do the Erewash again. It's not very nice up there." But it was really lovely.
There were some parts that you wouldn't probably stop in and you would just cruise by, but so many lovely areas that it's definitely worth going.
Yeah, it definitely looks like, generally speaking, it gets less kind of regular maintenance, and I think part of that is also because there's less boats going up and down it, so the locks can be a bit clunky, and there's a lot of sort of like reeds kind of overgrown on the towpath, but it was still so beautiful in a lot of places, wasn't it?
A lot of them are lovely, but I think pleasantly surprised would sum up the Erewash very well, because we were a little bit, I'm from around that area, I'm from around Nottinghamshire, so that's the closest canal to my family. So when we knew we were going to spend in Christmas there, and a lot of people said, oh, not everyone, but a lot of people said, oh, it's not very nice, like be careful over there. And then it was fine. We didn't have any problems whatsoever. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Apart from
one tiny problem.
Apart from the rocks. The kids with the rocks. If you've seen the latest vlog, then you know.
But that was anywhere.
One problem.
No fault of the Erewash.
Yeah.
And says, I think Rupee and Rufus mugs would be great. That's probably quite a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Definitely, if we were to do that, we would.
Yeah. Tracy asks, do you have a car parked local, or do you just work from the boat? Yeah.
One second before you answer that. Oh. Bye, Sham. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was lovely to chat to you. They're heading off.
Oh, okay. Lovely to see you again. Can't wait to see you in the comments.
Bye.
Yeah, do we have a car parked locally, or do we just work from the boat? So I work full time from the boat. We don't have a car. There's a lot of people that do sort of car hop, and they'll sort of continuously cruise, go back and get the car. We don't have one. We sold it before we moved onto the boat, and we just kind of just walk everywhere, really.
Yeah, and there has been occasions where we're like, oh, we really wish we had a car, but
Yeah.
they're very rare. And I think the stress of having to find parking spaces, having to not be, because when we cruise, we like to cruise for like 6 to 8 hours sometimes, and not being able to do that because we'd have to walk then for 6 to 8 hours back to get the car is worth it for us.
And it requires a lot of planning as well. Like if you watch someone like Taylor's Aboard, when they go back and get their car, they know exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
we're not organised enough for
that. So Joe said, "What's been the hardest DIY to learn?"
Good question.
Excellent question. Oh, for me, it's like a really small one. How to drill through tiles.
Oh, tiles are horrible to drill through.
Snaps drill bits. If you actually look closely at the screws in the tiles on our boat, it's not a pretty sight.
No.
We do like the pilot hole thing, and then like try and make a screw thread or use a wall plug. Doesn't matter what we try, it just never really goes smoothly.
No. I think for me, it's not necessarily the hardest to learn, but the one that I'm like, it's so much more effort than I thought it was. For those that don't know, we really don't like DIY. Like some people love getting stuck into a DIY project. For me, I just hate it. Like I find it so stressful. I find it so like monotonous. So for me, it was paint, because I was under the impression that you could just like bang one coat on and then it's done and you've kind of job done. So most of our walls have had like 1 maximum 2 paint coats, and they definitely need more, but I don't know if I'm prepared for that commitment yet. But yeah, for me it was realizing how hard it is to actually paint. Like it looks easy, but it's not.
Yeah. Peter says, "Can't wait for the next vlog."
Oh, thank you, Peter
really
Ward. Thank you so much.
I'm still currently editing that one at the moment. I think I'm about sort of 2/3 of the way through. Do you have an Amazon wish list? Do we have an Amazon wish list?
We don't have an Amazon.
I don't think we do.
No.
One thing that we've been trying to set up a little bit is the affiliate thing, because basically a lot of people will ask us kind of what some of the pieces of equipment are that we use. So there's a way that you can set it up through Amazon where you can basically like recommend it. So that's kind of what we're planning.
So you can make a list of like everything that we have on the boat, and you can have a look at it and be like, know easily where to find it. But we haven't got a wish list necessarily, I don't think.
Yeah. Tom says no shout out.
S Troop, you both have a great channel, loving it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And Blue as well, show the guys support and make sure to hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much. If you're enjoying the live, make sure to give it a like. Thank you so much, Blue.
Stu says, "I love your trip to the boat show." Oh yes, that was actually really fun. It was the first time we've ever been asked to go to an event, and it was also it was the first year that they've run that event as well. So they were kind of like figuring it all out. We were trying to figure out what we were doing, but it was really fun, very unique experience, and we can't wait to go to more shows like that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of questions asking about the pets. What are they doing? How are they doing? They're doing really, really good. Thank you. Rufus is here sleeping on the sofa, and Dupes is eating his hay. He had a good clean out today, so he's eating his hay. I can maybe go grab him later, but he's eating, so I don't want to disturb him.
Basically, he's got to re-mess everything that we.
Yeah, we've tidied it up, so now he's going to mess it up. But they're both doing really, really good. Thank you.
Yeah. The chat's jumped. Fukanel, nice to see you again. Wow, I hope EcoTree sorted you out. Oh, is that that's the cleaning products that we use, I think, isn't it? Is it?
No, I don't know. What do you mean EcoTree?
Or is it the fact that we planted our trees?
Oh, the trees maybe? For the mold. That's what we're kind of really out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, well, we will get to it. We know that we need to sort it.
Yeah, exactly, Blue. It has been too cold to sort the bed out.
Yes.
We want it to be able to get the wood out on the towpath and like drill and stuff like that. So I think now we're ready. It's warm enough. Just want to say hello to a few people coming in.
Mhm.
We're catching up with questions, but I just want to say hi to Andrew A. Ireton. Sorry if we said that wrong. Kevin Hartley, welcome in as well. And Umberto, welcome in. Dave Humphreys, welcome in. And Susie and Gary Charlesworth, hello. We're getting to your messages. Sorry if we're a little bit behind.
Yeah.
We're not used to it being so busy.
We're still figuring it out. We've currently got 96 people watching, which is just crazy.
Yeah. Hello.
So thank you so much to each and every one of you for like tuning in and listening to us ramble. So Helen says we're moving to our new narrowboat next week. Can you recommend a SIM card provider?
Amazing.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Firstly, congratulations. So in terms of SIM card providers, I think generally speaking, your best coverage is either 3 or EE.
This is for 4G.
Yes. I don't know about 5G, but we use a 4G EE SIM, and we've had a really good experience with that. The coverage is really
£28 a
good.
month.
Yeah, so if you go on the website, it will normally say like £50 per month and like £50 up front. But if you're a smooth talker like Amy on the phones, you can haggle that down because you can look at 3's prices and basically say, well, 3's offering that, so can you match that? Generally speaking, they bring it right down.
Yeah.
So try that. But EE is really good for coverage. We've had a really good experience with them so far, so would highly recommend.
And in terms of phone coverage for network, I'm with O2, no problems whatsoever. There was a couple of spots on the Llangollen in the more rural areas where I couldn't get a signal, but very rare. And Wes is with Voxy.
Yeah, which I think is a Vodafone sort of like sub brand. Yeah. But it's normally a good idea to get a different one.
Yeah, if there's two of you.
Yeah.
If you have two people with phones, it's a good idea to maybe get different networks in case one network has coverage in an area and another don't. Yeah. So then you can contact people if you need to.
Gary says, Happy Easter. Just want to say big hello to you guys and best wishes. Thank you so much, Gary.
Your comments always make our day.
Yes,
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate them.
Where are we? Susie says, hi, lovely peeps. Where's the adorable Rufus? Is he sneezing? Yes, he's gone up now to be nosy at the people walking by, but he's doing good. Dave's is next.
Dave says, love your vlogs. Nothing hidden. You two make me smile. Taking the good times with the bad. Take care and stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave. That's so lovely.
It's one thing that we really try our best to show is the ups and the downs, and just kind of be as honest as possible. It always means a lot to us when that comes across. We just try to just say how it is. If we're feeling rubbish, we'll say we're feeling rubbish. But equally, as you can expect on a narrowboat, there are some really incredible moments as well.
Phil, I'm really, really sorry. Yeah, I've just seen the message. I know what you mean. Yeah, we ended up going with, because that was if we were going to install them ourselves, but we ended up going with an electrician who provided them and sorted it all out. But thank you so much for doing that. That was so sweet. Really appreciate it. But yeah, it kind of all sorted it out with the electrician. So.
Mercer says, I just popped in to say hi to you guys. I'll watch the video later. Happy Easter from Arnhem, the Netherlands.
Oh, wow. Happy Easter, everyone.
Love your dedication to eco-friendly. Oh, thank you so much, Stroop. We do our best. Obviously, we make mistakes as anyone else does, but we do our absolute best to try and be as kind of eco-friendly as we can be.
Mm-hmm. Carl says, will you be mooring up for longer periods as the fuel prices are higher now? We were already planning on kind of slowing down anyway, because it's one of our 2022 goals is to slow down. Because I think at the start, when we first got the boat, we were so excited. We absolutely loved cruising. We wanted to cruise as much as possible. So literally all day Saturday and all day Sunday, we would pretty much cruise for like 6 hours all day. And we missed so many amazing spots and stuff like that. So on this year, we've said that we're going to slow down. If there's a really nice spot, even though we've only been cruising for half an hour, we're going to stop in it and we're going to enjoy it. Yeah. So I think naturally we're going to do that. Yeah. It'll be a bonus if we don't have to spend as much on fuel, but we're not necessarily planning to stop because of the fuel.
I think the other bonus as well is that, as Amy said earlier, with our older battery setup, we were having to run the engine probably 4 hours a day at least. Whereas now we're not having to do that. So hopefully, even if we do cruise a fair bit, the amount of diesel that we're using should come right down.
Yeah, it should cancel itself out.
Yeah, so it's good timing.
Masking tape on the tile first for drilling through. We did not know that.
We'll have to give that a go.
Yeah, thank you.
Peter says it's been such a nice sunny day today. Yes, today was lovely. Yesterday was really nice as well. It actually felt like hot for the first time.
I think I've got sunburn look.
Yeah. And I can tell that we feel like we're definitely coming out of winter because yesterday was the first day that I complained that it was too hot.
Yes, where's his a moaner in the heat, aren't you?
I'm a moaner in the heat and I'm a moaner in the cold. I can't be pleased unless it's like 19 degrees with a very gentle breeze. I'm not happy.
Oh, Kevin, good question. Oh, we're almost up to date with chat. Sorry.
We're getting there.
Kevin Hartley says, what has been the best and the worst moment so far? The worst moment...
I think for me, one of the worst moments was the kids throwing the rocks. And I think even though there was no damage caused to the boat and we weren't really in any danger, it was just that overwhelming sense of being vulnerable. Like if they wanted to do worse things, they could have done easily. Yeah, and it was the first time that we've really kind of felt that vulnerability. So it really just kind of rocked us for about a couple of weeks. Like you'd just hear like a noise, or you'd hear like a group of like people that sounded a little bit rowdy, and you just wouldn't be able to kind of relax as much. So that for me, I think was definitely a low point.
Yeah, and the other one was, hi Sissy, welcome in. Hi, Never Too Late as well, welcome. And Mitchell, welcome in. Yeah, for me, another one was when we almost lost the boat down the weir. Oh yeah. Trying to remember back.
Almost losing your house and everything and that you love is a bad point.
Again, there wasn't even really a risk because the weir had there wasn't like a river weir that was like your boat could go down it. There was a wall underneath, but it was like the first moment where I was like, I haven't got control of the boat. Like the boat's just going, and the water was pulling it into the weir next to a lock. So it weren't worst case scenario. I would have had to jump in the canal and swim a bit, but that was quite scary. Yeah. And then best moment.
Oh, best moment's hard. There are so many.
I think for me, it was cruising the Ponticictal Aqueduct. Are you laughing at how I said it? Go on then.
I googled it.
Say it.
Apparently, if there's anyone Welsh in the chat, feel free to ridicule me for being completely wrong. But I believe it is the Ponticictal. I think.
That aqueduct. I really enjoyed going over that. The big one. That was amazing.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I think my high point probably would be that as well, because even though I was absolutely terrified of it, like I'm scared of a lot of things, and heights is definitely included in that. But the view that you got from up there was just incredible.
And it was like one of the canal network wonders. So it felt really cool to just be like, we're here. Another highlight moment for us was cruising back through the spots where we used to go to when we were like wanting for a boat. So we was like wanting a boat for a while before we got one. And we were like super like obsessed with boats. So we would just come and stand by a canal and like look at the boats go by in like our local area. So when we were able to cruise past those places on our own boats, it was like just so exciting because it was like, we did it, we finally did it. And that was a good moment, I think.
Such a sense of accomplishment for sure. Glass and ceramic drill bit will help with the tiles and using oil on the bit to keep it cool. Oh, okay. I think that was also why I managed to snap one, because it was red hot.
Yeah, you warmed it up hot.
Yeah. Nick says, I love your DIY escapades. We're glad we can entertain. If nothing else, at least it's funny to watch us screw it up.
Andrew said, are you off to Crick this year? Yes. Announcement, I guess. We'll do a post and stuff, but we are going to Crick this year. We're super excited. We're bringing the boat. The boat's going to be there, and we have got the full weekend pass. So it's our first ever time. So if you're at Crick, say hello. We're very, very excited. And yeah, we can't wait to go. But yeah, we will be at Crick this year with Rufus. Rufus will probably bark at you all. Sorry.
Yeah, apologies in advance.
But we will be there.
Love watching you guys. I love that you show all the good and the bad never gets you down. It's an inspiration to all. Thank you so much. Yeah, we really do try our best to just kind of laugh off anything that happens that's bad. We sort of have this little mantra that everything is an anecdote in the end. So if something goes wrong, after a period of time, it just becomes like a funny story. So it just kind of helps us to deal with it in the moment when we're thinking, oh, this is really horrible and stressful. But at least one day we'll laugh about it. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, that is true.
Yeah. Are we going down the River Thames this year? We hope so. Yes, we are roughly heading towards Oxford at the moment. And we wanted to, this year, our goal was to get more confident on rivers because we felt like, yeah, we can pretty much do a canal. Like, we know what we're doing. But rivers are still like terrifying towards like undiscovered territory. So we definitely want to do the Thames in the summer as like a, because we have been on rivers, as you know, but we haven't moored on rivers, stayed on rivers, and like long term been on a river. So that's the plan with the Thames. Hopefully, it's not too scary.
Hi guys, love your videos. Had a walk down the canal today. Went from Brewood to Weston Aston on the Shropshire Union with our Beagle Bentley. Oh, we can't wait to buy our boat. Oh, that's so exciting. Good luck with the boat buying. Have you already got one in mind?
Who is it? Sorry, Rufus is saying hello to a dog and it looks like a Sheba.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it the same Akita from the other day?
It's just dogs always come and say hello to Rufus and he just stands at the fence just crying.
Yeah, now that it's warmer and lighter in the evenings, we leave the stern open for him because he likes to just sit out there and bark at people. But yeah, there's you probably see them coming past in a minute.
No, they're trying to go that way.
Oh, are they? But it's this big Akita. It's really, really cute dog.
Sorry about that, everyone. David Charleston. You're genuine, watching you all the time, and I'm hoping to get a boat this year. Oh, did you do that one? Moving down from Scotland. So. Amazing. Thank you so much, wow. David. Thank you for watching the videos.
Scotland as well is beautiful. Before we got the boat, we did the NC 500, which was, for those of you who don't know, it's basically a tour of the north coast of Scotland. And that is some of the most beautiful places we've ever seen.
That. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Welcome in, Andrew Webster, by the way, Little Old Me, Right Track Trains, Wayne, Becky as well. Sorry if we missed your chat. Barbara, thank you so much for that £10 gift, $10 gift. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That really does mean the world to us.
Oh, wow.
That's so generous.
You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. No worries, Right Track Trains. How are you doing? Barbara, thank you again. Where were we?
Oh yeah, we did hit 100 viewers at one point, which is just
that's
just crazy.
I stream as like my kind of job, and I only really have maximum like 20, so I'm not used to this.
Yeah, completely flustered.
We hope you're all enjoying it, and we're doing well.
Claire asks, do you fancy going into the centre of Birmingham? I know a lot of people who are dubious. We would love to have you. So we've heard like mixed things about Birmingham. I think a lot of people are scared of it, and it does look like quite a big city, and you go right through the heart of it. So it is intimidating just because, for the same reasons that we find any other mooring scary in a built-up area, that there's just more people around. There's more chance that someone might jump on your boat or anything like that. But I think we still really want to go through the center of it because it's just part of the experience. So obviously we'll do our research and we'll kind of ask what the best places are to stay in. But yeah, I think I'd definitely like to go through Birmingham.
Yeah, and we saw Chugging Along went through there, and we saw their video of it, and it was very reassuring. So yeah, we would definitely love to. Sorry, Rufus is trying to play with his tennis ball.
It's playtime.
He keeps bringing Wes's tennis ball.
You can hear him like stomping around as well. Apologies.
Yeah, but I feel like on most experiences, like we don't want to be too trusting, but a lot of the places that people have said to us, like, oh, don't moor there, it's been fine. Yeah. Like we won't deny that sometimes there can be issues, but I think it's part of the thing of like nobody really talks about when nothing happens. I think it's one of those things where when you look online and check an area, to see like, is this area nice? You'll only really see people posting like, kids untied my boat, or we had an issue here. But that's because if you moored there and nothing happened, you wouldn't necessarily post about it. So we're trying not to fall for that kind of stress. And yeah, we would love to go to Birmingham for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The long-term plan is, we know Narrowboat Minimalist channel has done it, but we would love to do the entire network. Like, we want to scratch up every tiny little channel, everything that we couldn't possibly do. We would love to do that.
Fukanel says, try having more revs on the engine startup. So we did actually try that, and it did work.
Yes.
I won't spoil anything for upcoming episodes, but yes, that is a very good tip.
We're doing that. And by the way, I'm reading chat on my phone as well, so we're not missing anyone. Hi, Andrew Webster. Hi, both. Are you full vegan or vegetarian? Would be great to see some cooking videos. So we're both full vegan. I've been vegan for 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah, this is my sixth year. Yeah. So yeah, pretty long time now.
But yeah, we plan on doing hopefully more cooking videos. Maybe more like what we eat in a week, what we eat in a day videos. Those kind of videos we really enjoy making.
We're hoping over time as well that we can do this. We can invest more and more time into the channel. So obviously at the moment we're still kind of having to balance a lot of life stuff and work stuff with the editing, which is probably the thing that takes up the most time. But yeah, as we kind of get used to it and get better at it, we do kind of want to expand with more things like cooking videos and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Little old me says, hi, my two favourite DIY disasters, Budget and Scarpa. I can't look at you two without laughing. That's the most accurate
so bad at DIY, little old me. You've nailed it there.
Yeah.
We are so bad at DIY. But we got to give it a go, right?
Wayne says, hi guys, happy Easter. Love your vlogs and the fact that you keep everything so real and honest. Hope your journey on the Saw is going really well. It's a lovely stretch of water. Roll on the Grand Union. So yeah, we won't spoil anything so far, but we can say that the Saw is
beautiful.
So lovely.
We loved it. Absolutely. Well, we loved it.
Love
it.
No spoilers.
Love it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, and happy Easter to you too.
Rachel says, I'm always looking for spiders on your walls, but never seen one yet. It's actually, you don't actually get as many spiders as you think, because I thought there would be loads of spiders. We both did. But I think it's like boats that obviously aren't lived on full time, just like houses that aren't lived on full time, the spiders kind of come out and take over. Whereas when we're on it all the time, the spiders genuinely tend to, I don't think we've seen more spiders than we would have in the house. We've maybe seen like 3 or 4, though there was one on the bed yesterday.
Yeah,
bad timing.
That was the first one,
because every time before I go to sleep I do what I call a spider check. I pick up all my pillows, check the pillows. I pick up the duvet, make sure there's no spiders underneath. And last night was the first time I found one, and I've been doing it for 10 months.
So it was worth it.
Yeah, paid off.
You do find though that it's weird. I don't know if it's just us, but we sort of have almost like a little bit of a deal with the spiders where they don't. If you do find a spider, they tend to keep to an area.
Yeah.
So we had one in the bathroom for the longest time. We called him Dennis.
Dennis the spider.
Yeah. He lived sort of in a bit of a crack above the sink, and he'd sort of sometimes dangle down, and we'd say, "Oh, Dennis, you rascal, get back in your house," and he'd just go, and then he'd go straight back up. So, but he didn't.
Dennis was a good spider.
He didn't wander further than that. So yeah, it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
Never Too Late says, great, we are more in at Crick too. Look forward to seeing you.
Amazing.
Exciting. So excited to see everyone there. Becca, Nick, hi, how are you? You sold our boat. We're a bit late to the live. Do you mind saying what happened? No worries if not, but I hope you're all good. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. Easter eggs before dinner, I know. It's sat in front of me and I'm trying not to eat it all.
We had planned to have dinner, do the live, and eat chocolate during it, and yeah, as you can probably imagine,
didn't go to plan.
Complete opposite.
Glad you enjoyed NC 500, and glad you enjoyed the scenery. But your canals are amazing. Yeah, some of the spots on the canals are beautiful as well. And we've seen on other people's vlogs so many more amazing spots that we can't wait to see. But yeah, Scotland is beautiful, David. We really loved it.
Thank you very much, Street, for the shout out for hitting the like. It does help. We really appreciate it as well. So
if
thank
you're
you so
enjoying,
much.
hit the thumbs up, please. I feel like such a YouTuber when I say that.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up, guys.
Claire says it is fine in the centre of Birmingham. Okay, that's
good to
really
know.
good. Yeah, it's always helpful as well, I think, when the locals say, because you hear a lot of fear mongering from people that aren't from areas. But yeah, that's.
I think one of the things as well is the more people means that there's more chance of things happening,
Yeah.
but there's also more people to just be around and keep an eye on things. So, Arton says, "Can you both tell us what you both do for jobs? I find it very, and do you find it easy moving and working?" So yeah, so I'll say mine. I don't have like an employed job. I say I'm guess technically self-employed. So I manage all of the social media for Boat Time. So I do the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, that kind of thing. But I mostly do Twitch streams. So I stream 4 nights a week and I play games live on the internet, pretty much like this, apart from I'd be playing games. So that's what I do. My history of jobs is I haven't really ever had a career that I've been like passionate about. I just generally have struggled with academic and career stuff. There's just nothing that calls out to me. So I've done McDonald's, call centers, admin work. So for me, being able to have the opportunity to do creative things like social media online and streaming has been amazing. So I guess that would be my job.
Yeah, I think mine is a little bit more straightforward, because I think for me, I've always been sort of fairly career driven, and I make games. So at the moment, I'm currently a lead level designer. So yeah, just basically making games and sort of running teams. And yeah, it definitely feels like my kind of calling as far as a career goes. It's definitely what I would want to do, even if I didn't get paid for it. So it's very much a kind of dream job. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I've done it for I don't even know how many years now. Since 2015, however many years that is. But yeah, I really enjoy it.
7, isn't it?
Yeah, and now I do it fully remote from the boat, which is just brilliant. Obviously, I'm quite lucky in that my industry is very sort of techie, and so working remotely hasn't really phased the industry too much, and I've just been able to continue working right the way through, and now from the boat.
Yeah, working from home is really good. We have, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'm sure you've seen it on the vlogs. I won't be able to show. But we have a full, one thing that we really wanted to prioritize was having a full office. You say office, but a full desk setup. So we have a pretty much full size desk, a monitor, laptop, and that's where we work. So it just feels like you're sitting at a normal office desk. Which makes working from home really easy. Yeah,
the only thing that we have to be conscious of is whenever we're mooring up for the week, just to make sure that we've got a decent enough internet connection. But that's literally just like a speed test, and then moor up.
Yeah. Sissy says, how many weeks behind are the vlogs at the moment? Daily vlogging? Don't know if we would ever be able to do daily vlogging.
I think. Oh, Rufus is about to bark, I think.
Rufus! It's all right. Go on, carry on.
So. Yeah, I think at the moment they are about 3 weeks. The episode that I'm editing at the moment, I think you threw out a date in it. I think it was March 21st. Something like that. So I think about 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Sometimes they're 2 weeks behind. Sometimes they're 4 weeks behind. It depends what happens. And if there's something that happens that takes a big segment of the week up, for example,
kids throwing rocks at us.
Kids throwing rocks at us, the engine service or stuff like that, then that takes a big chunk up, which makes us fall behind. But then sometimes we might not do much, and then we'll catch up again.
Yeah. Kevin asks, what type of camera do you use for your filming and editing software? At the moment, we use the much sought after iPhone X or 10R, and I think an iPhone 11. We don't yet have a camera. We are saving up for one. So that would be really lovely when we can kind of finally upgrade to that. But at the moment, we're just filming on our phones. It works okay. I think it does the job.
The only thing, we can't film at night time.
Yeah.
Because the phones don't pick up really very well. So we're excited to get a camera where hopefully we can get some nice nighttime shots, maybe a night cruise.
Any darker than sort of this, and nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then as far as editing software goes, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. For me, that's like a really good balance of complexity and sort of basic enough that I can actually figure out what the hell's going on. So that's my go-to software at the moment.
I'm just going to shut the door because Rufus is getting very excited.
Yeah.
I know.
Cheddington Adventure says, you may be bad at DIY, but you keep laughing at your mistakes. Got to say, I laughed out loud in your blind measurements that went to the floor. That was a really difficult moment for us because we were so excited about the blinds. We'd gone about 9 months without having proper kind of privacy. And then we finally got the blinds on. And I think, yeah, Amy sort of had a bit of a wobble as to whether she completely hated them or not. And then when we unraveled them, yeah, we were really worried that we'd paid literally like twice the amount for a ridiculous amount of length.
I'll show you the blinds in action.
Oh, yeah.
Are we ready?
A live demo.
Is everyone ready? A live action of my magnets.
Hold on to your drinks.
Whoa.
Look at that.
No, genuinely, every time I do it at night, I'm like, look at the magnet.
This is like the top line in Amy's CV.
It is.
Becky also does a spider check every night. It makes sense.
Yeah, I also check my slippers as well in the morning.
Yeah.
In case.
Spiders are fine. We have had 4 bees in today. Not so worried for us, but worried a dog might get stung. Yes. So Rufus will always, as I think a lot of dogs do, try and bite the bees.
Yeah.
And obviously that doesn't end well. But you can't tell him. We refer to them as spicy flies. And we always try to advise him not to eat them, but he will try.
Here he is.
But we have started having bees in now, and some of them are massive. Like we had one that was literally about this big, and that was terrifying.
Here he is.
The little rascal.
Say hi, Rufus. Also, I just want to say hello to Steve, Violator, Tony, Edward. I'm just making sure we're not missing anyone. Douglas and Mark, Tracy, and Jasper. Hi. Hello.
So again, without spoiling anything, Mark, Tracy, and Jasper, we owe a lot to them. They are just the most generous people and
they
have
saved the
us.
day a couple of times with us, so you'll see that.
Yeah, all to come. Never Too Late says, at least you give everything a go with regards to DIY. I think it's brave of you guys. Thank you very much.
You.
That is, yeah. I think moving on to the boat has definitely helped us with that, to just kind of let go of it not being perfect the first time and just try it. And the amount you learn is just crazy. So yeah, it definitely seems worth just giving it a go.
Yeah, we because we've never had a house before either. This is the first time we've ever even had chance to do DIY. We used to rent and we weren't allowed to even put pictures up on the wall. So it's just a learning curve. So poor Gregory's girl is our practice run of DIY.
A. Ireton, I don't know if I'm saying that right. My boat is at North Kilworth Wharf. Love to say hi when you pass. Yes, definitely let us know if we're in the area to you or if you think we might be on the way, and we would love to say hello. Tim Green says, I am looking forward to your battery upgrade episodes as I am a software developer with power needs.
Ooh.
Glad you've gone with a professional installers. Your DIY skills are similar to mine.
That's what we thought, Tim.
Yeah, so we were toying for a long time with the idea of trying to do the battery upgrade ourselves, and we just thought because there's so much riding on it in terms of our work, we just couldn't afford to mess it up. So yeah, that was kind of the main tipping kind of factor as to why we went with a professional. So that episode should actually be quite soon. So yeah, hopefully that will help you. Obviously, if you have any other questions, feel free to get in touch, and we're hoping to do a little video as well about our setup. Yeah,
we really want to make a video about our setup, our electricity setup, solar setup, desk setup, and then also how to game on a boat for anyone that might be interested. I know not everyone's not gamers, but we're huge gamers, so we would love to kind of show that it's still possible. And also just to reassure you, Tim, we were really worried about our power needs because we are very high consumers. I live stream 4 nights a week. And as you know, Wes develops games.
Yeah, so using like Unreal Engine 4 and stuff like that. And
it's definitely
very power
possible.
hungry.
Definitely possible.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Narrowboat Cheddington.
Treat yourself to chips or put towards a camera. By the way, my name is Phil. Narrowboat Cheddington Adventures is my channel name. Thank you so much, Phil. That's really, really lovely of you. We will definitely, I think, we'll probably try our best to put it towards a camera. But thank you so much. That is really, really generous of you. Yeah, we really appreciate you being part of our community. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Streep, thank you again for the smash that like button reminder. Yeah, if you haven't already, give us a like. It really does help us out.
Douglas says, we've been binge watching your vlogs for the past couple of weeks. I love your honesty with, I have no idea and I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Douglas, for watching the videos. That means so much.
Yeah.
And we're glad to have you on board. But yeah, there's loads of vloggers out there and obviously they all bring something new and it's all amazing. But for us, when we were trying to research the boat, there wasn't really anyone that had no idea about anything.
Like, really, no idea.
So we really wanted, and there was a couple of times where we saw people doing stuff and we was like, but could we do that?
Yeah.
And we hope that we could be like, if we can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
We've never even drilled a shelf into a wall before we got our boat. So
as you can probably tell.
Yeah. So if we can do it, I'm sure you can do it too.
Yeah. I think if we did ever go down the merch route, the quotes of I have no idea and I don't know what I'm doing would be a good candidate.
Becky says, we loved it, but wanting some adventures in the mountains. So we're moving to the Lake District.
Wow, yes.
Amazing.
The Lake District is absolutely
all the best. And the thing is, even if you only live on a boat for 6 months or 6 weeks, it's just, you could say you've done it then. Yeah. Like, you don't have to buy a boat and then commit to live on it for the rest of your life. And I think it's cool that you're able to go like, we've done it. Like, we want something new now, and we're just glad you got the experience and hope you have the best time in the Lake District.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one thing that boating kind of just unlocks is the ability to just sort of say like, yeah, I'm just going to go and do that now.
Yeah.
And just kind of go wherever your heart takes you.
Dropping chocolate everywhere.
Tony said they massacred their entire population ruthlessly and then found earwigs that started to take over. So now I leave the spiders mostly alone. We have an understanding. Mutual agreement.
Spiders are helpful.
Yeah.
As long as they stay where they belong.
Stay in their lane.
We love spiders.
We'll make it work. Right Truck Train says your desk setup looks impressive. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it was, like Amy said, it was something that we were really keen to kind of spend a lot of time and effort kind of getting right because we spend so much time with it. So we're quite proud of it. And I think, yeah, it'd be useful, I think, to get our little video out showing our setup, because when we were looking around trying to figure out how feasible it was, we couldn't really find anyone that was a sort of like, keen, avid gamers that had that kind of setup.
We know that Narrowboat Chef, they're big gamers.
Yeah.
We saw them and we were like, yes, he can play World of Warcraft. We can do it.
Yeah.
Fukunal, about the screwdriver, all is yet to come. It was so stressful. That's all we'll say. The service video, it was stressful, but we did it.
Yeah. It's not too far away, but yeah, that's coming.
I'm glad you all like the roller blind action.
Yes.
I'm blown away every time I put the blinds down. So I'm glad you can all appreciate it as well.
Yeah. Oh, Tom says Sully is now fixated on his best friend Rufus. So for any of you that don't know, Tom has a dog called Sully who is a big fan of Rufus.
He watches the vlogs.
And
Sully
just
does.
sits there and watches when Rufus comes on the screen, which is so cute. Rufus doesn't ever seem to really acknowledge what's going on the TV, but yeah, that just sounds so adorable.
What breed is Rufus? So we don't know what breed he is. He's a rescue. We got him from Gran Canaria. We rescued him from Gran Canaria. He is, we think our guess is Labrador crossed with a Whippet, maybe some Lurcher in there. Everyone always thinks he's a puppy. He's actually 5 years old.
Yeah.
He's just very small. But yeah, we did a DNA test on Rufus, and it said that he was 90% Chihuahua, which I don't think is accurate. So we go with the Labrador Cross Whippet, but
Yeah,
who knows?
It said like 90% Chihuahua, 10% other.
Yeah.
It was like, well, what have we paid you for?
Lorraine, welcome in. Thank you so much for watching the
Hi,
vlog.
Lorraine.
Sending love. Thank you so much for being here from day one. That means so much.
Oh, and welcome back, Champagne. Lovely to have you back. I'm glad all the work is done. Also, I think we might have missed Stroop by now, but thank you so much for stopping by, Stroop. Good
sorry
luck
we
with your work at
missed.
6 a.m. Sorry we missed you to say goodbye, but thank you so much
Bye.
for hanging out with us.
The lovely Christmas tree hole digger. He
Yeah.
got fed up straight away. He
I
wasn't
know.
very good at working it.
Did one and thought it was great, but I think the novelty wore off and we weren't telling him off for digging, so just gave up.
Keith and Polly, I said, didn't I? I saw Puddle Duck listed,
did
and I
you?
said, I wonder if that's the Puddle Duck. Oh, hope's all well. Hope all is well with you.
Oh,
Glad it was
amazing.
sold, and it was so lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
I saw the boat, and I was like, is that?
At the pedal deck, yeah.
But it must have done.
Oh,
But yeah, we
amazing.
now live on Queenborough. Where's that? Oh, a new boat. I'm guessing. Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully we can still see you out there on the cut.
Tom asked, have you considered setting up a Patreon? So I think this is another thing of our like imposter syndrome, because obviously a lot of other channels do have a Patreon. We have considered it.
Bye, Nick. Sorry if we've missed you.
Bye,
Thank you for hanging out.
Yes, we have considered a Patreon. I think at some point we would do it, potentially again when we hit a milestone.
We actually have lots of ideas for Patreon videos.
Yeah, so we're trying to kind of consider it, because the thing that we want to do is if we launch Patreon, we want to make sure that it's kind of worth anyone's
Yeah, we don't want to be able
investment
to
in
not upload regularly on there or make it worth it.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that everything is in line before we sort of, I guess, ask for that sort of like, I guess, more like premium sort of thing. I don't know, it sounds horrible. We have considered it at some point, but possibly just not yet.
Twitch channel, please. So just for my Twitch, if you like games and stuff like that, then you probably like my Twitch, but my Twitch is nothing to do with the boat. So if you're kind of only really interested in boats and not games, then the Twitch might not be for you. And also, just to confirm, it's not family friendly. It's like 18 plus, so swear on there and play games that might not be family friendly. But my Twitch is linked below in some of the vlogs. But it's Aim Skadoodle if you're interested in Twitch.
So Phil from Chettington Adventure says, I always watch your vlogs, can't wait to see you at Crick. Oh, amazing.
Yes. Phil, definitely say hello if you see us.
Definitely. Tim says, thank you, hopefully we'll meet up next time you're in the north.
Yes, that'd be great.
For sure. And again, if you've got any questions about the setup, be sure to fire them over and we will do our best to answer them with the limited knowledge that we have.
Oh, Phil, I think if I saw you at Crick, I'd be like when you saw David from Cruise on the Court and Starstruck.
Oh, no.
No, you wouldn't. Just say hello to us. It's just little old us, honestly. We love saying hello, so come and say hello.
Yeah.
We will, honestly,
we
would be more nervous than you if you said hello to us. Whenever we see someone that says hello to us, we're like, I hope they liked us. Oh my gosh, like, so we were probably more nervous than you. But yeah, for those that don't know, we met David, King David, Cruise of the Cut David. He was wonderful, and we saw him walking around, and we were like, oh my god, it's David. It's David.
Really humble, really down to earth. It's really lovely. Thank you, Boo, for the like reminder. Again, it does really help us out if you are enjoying. Be sure to hit the like button. So Peter says, I follow Holly the cafe boat and was so excited to see it in your vlog.
Yes.
So we are also avid fans of Holly the cafe boat. If you haven't already checked them out, they are a wonderful narrowboat YouTube channel. They basically cruise around in two boats, and one of them is a kind of fully functioning cafe. It's a really lovely, kind of chilled and entertaining channel. Can't recommend them enough. They're definitely one of our favorites.
So yeah, we cruised past them twice, and it was very exciting. At the time, we were really shy, and we waved through the window, and we were like, "Hi!"
We felt starstruck just seeing Holly.
Lorraine, thank you so much, Lorraine. A Rufus Florence puppy would be cute. But poor Rufus doesn't have the means anymore, do you, mate?
Oh, bless
Don't
him.
have the means.
Narrowboat Luna Betty says, love to know tips for keeping the boat cool. It's only April and we had 29 degrees C today and had to keep the doors and the duck hatch open.
Actually, we've bought a thermometer recently. I wonder how warm it is right now.
Yeah, so I guess in terms of tips, we just try to keep as much airflow through as possible. So we tend to find if we keep the flaps on the crutch cover open, and then we've got the sort of door open as well, then there is enough of a flow for it to keep through. Obviously, if it is really hot and the sun's kind of really bearing down on the boat, we'll close the blinds as well. And these are actually quite good because they're kind of insulating-y blinds. So they'll keep it warmer in the winter and they'll keep the heat out in the summer.
We can also take our windows off.
Yeah, we've also got the little flappy windows. So if it's really hot, we take those inserts out and then it just kind of helps with the airflow. There's not really much more you can do than that as far as we're aware. But that seems to do the job. But I guess, yeah, there's always going to be those days where it's just really hot. Keith says, yes, Queenborough is our new boat. Oh, that's so exciting. We'll keep an eye out for the name. Definitely. The takeaway from today's live stream, take our money. Thank you, Tom, for linking Amy's Twitch chat for anyone who are interested in, slightly more mature, but kind of much more kind of gaming content throughout the week. Yeah, I think we've actually finally caught up with all of the questions. Thank you so much for all those questions. That was really, really interesting ones, really fun to answer. And we are sat around 108 viewers, which is just crazy. We really, really appreciate it. And apologies for putting this on so late, like last minute as well. We really wanted to do a stream, but because we were a little bit unprepared and a little bit all over the place, we didn't get the kind of like thumbnail out in much time in advance to announce that we were going to do a live. So we really appreciate all of you showing up and engaging with us and hanging out.
Anyone's inviting more questions. It sounded like we were going.
I know, yeah. Feel free to ask more questions. Is it Path the Bat? Just subscribed, guys. Got you from YouTube. Brilliant channel. Good luck in the future. Thank you so much for the subscription. That really, really does mean a lot to us. We're completely overwhelmed by how many of you seem to be enjoying our content. Becky asks, what would you choose for your next adventure? Oh, here he is.
Sorry to disappear, but I thought Dupes should make an appearance.
Oh, King Dupes.
Hi.
What would you choose for your next adventure? So I think if we were to move on from the narrowboat, and we don't know how long we're going to be on it for, like possibly like a few more years or however long, one thing that we have toyed with a little bit is when we went to the Boat Life Live event, we met some really lovely sailory folk, and we were kind of, I don't know, intrigued by the lifestyle and just like the even bigger sense of
Funnily enough, we're literally talking about Chasing Currents right now. Hi, Chasing Currents.
So Chasing Currents are this amazing couple from Birmingham, and they have a sailboat, and they're basically the same sort of thing that we did with narrowboats, but with sailing. So they kind of like came into it very new, bought a boat and just went for it. And just hearing from them was just incredible. And we were really inspired. So at some point, we don't know for sure, but it's definitely on the cards that we might try our hand at sailing.
Sailing boat after the narrowboat, potentially.
Yeah.
But not anytime soon, because we still want to do the entire network, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it will be a big challenge because obviously I feel like narrowboats is very safe, and like if you fall in, then you just kind of walk to the towpath and you climb out. Whereas if you fall in the middle of the ocean or your boat breaks down, then it's just a lot scarier. And I'm scared of open
the stakes are way
water.
higher.
So,
but maybe boat time worldwide. But Chasing Currents, how are you both doing? Lovely to see you. I hope it's been a sunny day for you.
If you are at all interested in any sort of sailing content, a similar sort of vibe, I think, to us, then definitely check out their channel. It is absolutely wonderful. They are just a lovely bunch of people.
Joel?
Yeah.
Hi, Joel. Shame we didn't get to see you up the Aero Wash. Hopefully, see you on the Grand Union later in the year. Yes, thank you so much. That means a lot. But yeah, we are on the route to Oxford, going down River Soar onto the Grand Union. So if you're on that route, say hey.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, sorry we didn't see you on the Aero Wash, but I'm sure we will bump into each other at some point.
Sissy says we chat about the different species of crabs.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool stream, if I do say so.
And if you are here from my stream, big loves to you. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Tom asks, how is the internet connection while cruising? Do you need to be moored up to get a stable signal? I would say it definitely depends. It can vary a lot. I'd say generally speaking, moored up will give you a way more stable signal. Sometimes we'll do a live on Instagram or on TikTok.
And I've done one on stream before.
Yeah, where we'll kind of cruise along and we'll just kind of have a camera on the bow of the boat, and then we'll sort of ask questions and sort of chat to people. And it can drop in and out, because if you're going through a tunnel, or if you go under a bridge even sometimes, or just through a patch of fields, then there's kind of like dead zones in signal. So it's definitely a lot more stable when we're moored up.
And I feel like sometimes when we say we work from the boat, people think that like Wes is in a meeting and we're just like cruising down the canal and he's like, 1 sec, we're going like, but no, it's definitely not as stable. But I think it's possible.
Yeah. Barbara says, love your positive attitude. Thank you so much. And one thing that also does help us through our journey a lot is all the lovely comments as well. Because if we go through a difficult time and we found it really stressful, and then we see all of the sort of outpouring of like positivity, that really genuinely does help us through some of the difficult times. Blue says, oh wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, I think it would definitely be an adventure. Like, I'm terrified of open water and I get seasick, but I have it from Chasing Currents themselves. They've said that that's not a problem. And they've guaranteed me that I will enjoy it.
Yeah, if we don't, we're blaming them.
Yeah. Jason Current said, we may be biased, but we want you out on the sea at some point. Whenever you need to come for a sail with us, see if you like it.
Thank you so much. And if you want to step down and have a chilled out narrowboat cruise, you're welcome as well.
Yeah, I think we'd definitely take you up on that at some point, because it would be good to sort of dip our toe and see how the kind of the pros do it.
Delilah, welcome. David, welcome. And Paul Joseph and Lucas, welcome in. Hello. Hi.
There is that £1 million yacht that you toured. Yes, that
maybe
that
Peter.
Yeah, maybe someday. I think we're a little way off that yet. Becky said, we've thought about that too, but wondered how Maya would go for a week. Yeah, that is a good point. I think if we were to ever do it, we definitely wouldn't be able to do it with this little guy.
It would be past Stoops' time, which is why we said we're not going to be doing it anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's an old guy now. He's 9 years old. But yeah, how do sailboat dock? Do they just way off the side into the?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Who knows? That's one to research. Chasing Currents are good. Lovely sunny Spain. You to the best, such kind words. You're welcome. You're definitely deserving of them. Thank you so much. Spain looks really lovely as well. So they've basically just gone back to Spain to their boat to start the next season of sailing.
Happy Easter, Lucas. Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
Gary, good night. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been lovely to chat to you. And keep the lovely comments coming. We love them when you comment. And hope work's all right.
Yeah, good luck with the 4 a.m. start. That sounds rough, but I hope it's okay.
Bye.
Delia says, you both make my day and put a smile on my face. Thank you so much. That really does put a smile on our faces.
As cheesy as it is.
Yeah.
You all put a smile on our face.
Helen says, thanks for all your advice. Love watching your adventures, and thank you for just being yourselves. Again, thank you so much. That's just such a big compliment to us. It means the world. David asked, how's the mold under the bed doing? Yes, we spoke about this a little bit earlier. It's still there. It's very high on the jobs list now, but the problem is that we've been waiting for the warm weather so that we can get everything out. We can sand it all down out on the towpath and sort of declutter it and improve the ventilation. So it is still basically as it was. We've tried to make minor improvements, but
it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. We're kind of pretending it doesn't exist for a little bit until we have to deal with it. But for those that don't know, we've got some mold underneath the bed, which isn't great.
Jason Currents asks, what do you think the biggest challenges are for narrowboat living? We've never even been on one. I was meant to go for a weekend holiday on it, but lockdown happened. I don't know actually. Biggest challenge.
I think for me, to be quite honest, the biggest challenge is because you're in the public so much. Like everywhere we moor is on a public footpath. Like the entire network pretty much is a public footpath. So there are, for me, instances where we moor up and it's not necessarily feeling unsafe, but there's kind of situations where it's like, I don't know the area. It's a brand new area. Is people going to be walking past on the towpath? Nice. So it's just really like the fact that you are so in the public all the time and the public footpath is literally right next to your boat. So I think it's just the worry of what people might do. Like we said, we've never had a problem while we've been moored up at all. But for the first few days in a new spot, sometimes I can always be a bit like, oh, is it okay?
Yeah, definitely. And I think in terms of transitioning to liveaboard, one of the kind of immediate challenges is just the amount it takes to declutter to get down into a smaller space. But obviously, if you're living on a sailboat, that's sort of even more extreme. But yeah, I think it's just the amount of stuff that you have to kind of learn at quite a quick rate. Like it's a very steep difficulty curve. It's definitely doable, but it does kind of like require a lot of determination in terms of just getting used to knowing how much water you use, how much power you need, kind of like how much waste you produce. It's just all those little things that I think in a house just kind of come naturally. And it's just, adjusting to that, definitely.
The edits are good. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much.
I can't say thank you. Wes is the mastermind behind all of the videos in terms of the editing. I kind of input and say what looks good. But Wes is just so good at editing. So big shout out to Wes for all the editing.
Thanks.
Happy Easter, Lucas.
Happy Easter. Jason say, being from Birmingham, we actually love the canals. We should do a weekend swap.
Oh my gosh, yes. We feel like you'd be getting the raw end of the deal there, but we would love that.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a really good idea. Mike says, can you get Wet to do an impression of the boat again, like in the last episode? Wait, what? Can you get Wes to do an impression of the boat?
What did you do?
Did I do?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Do one that you do sometimes.
What impression did I do?
When you go...
I don't even know what it was.
Wes is very good at impressions.
There's a thing called like echolalia, where you hear things and you try and imitate them, and I do that all the time. So it just means I'm just spouting out nonsense.
What?
Constantly.
You do that many impressions, stupid ones, all the time, that I can't think of which one you did in the last video.
Yeah, there's a very sort of blurred line between just
I just ignore it now
and my actual personality.
I just ignore it.
Cissy says 114 and climbing, you guys are killing it. Thank you so much.
Cissy, thank you for being here, everyone.
Yeah, this is by far the biggest live stream that we've had. So this is just amazing. Thank you so much. And
keep the questions coming. We can probably go for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So if you've got any more questions, let us know in the chat.
Parlay Revival has 2 dogs on his boat.
Oh, okay,
wow.
it's
Okay, I'll have to check that out then. And Peter says, I follow Sailing Sunday, and they have a huge shep, and they have 2 strips of AstroTurf up in the bow.
And then you just blast it down with a hose pipe, I guess.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
Ship-shaped
bedding for anti-mold bedding underlay is pretty good. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
For us, the mattress is okay. and like the actual bedding bit, it's underneath our underbed storage.
Yeah,
That's where the
there's
mold's
no
coming
ventilation
from.
at all.
We didn't have any ventilation.
Yeah. And we also made the mistake of putting too much under there.
Yeah, we crammed everything we possibly could
Yeah.
under there, so there's no airflow.
Yeah, and we've got all our ballast under there as well, so
Yeah.
it just needs just rejigging. That is interesting. Never thought about the public footpath aspect. We would definitely find that a little nerve-wracking too. Yeah, it really can be, because most of the spots that you find, you just feel really relaxed.
Yeah.
But there can sometimes be something that will just throw you off, and then you'll be kind of on edge all night about it, and then by the morning you're like, oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Any more trips to the chippy in deadly wild weather?
Probably, Mike. Probably. Hopefully the weather will be a lot nicer now.
Yeah.
But
takes a lot to deter us from getting to those chips. We will find a way.
for those that we went out in the middle of a named storm for some chips.
Yeah. Worth
the chip
it.
shop's open. We're putting our coat on and we are getting those chips.
Yeah. We'll do it again. Thank you so much, Chasing, smashing the videos. I really appreciate that. My editing stuff is completely self-taught from YouTube videos, and I think it's just, putting them out every week definitely teaches me a lot about it. And Tom says, think the editing of the videos is hugely impressive, worthy of 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much.
Aww, thank you.
We recently got over 2,500 subscribers, which is just so incredible. Like, thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed or watched or liked or anything.
Andrew says, last question from us. Are you guys happy for your followers to say hello if they see you out and about? Some vloggers say they prefer not. We love it when everyone says hello. We are usually very nervous. I feel like we're probably way more nervous than you are. But yeah, we love it when people say hello. Sometimes, though, we would just like to kind of make it aware that if it's in the week, in the middle of the week, Wes works. So sometimes because sometimes we've had people knock on the boat and say hello, which is absolutely fine. But sometimes Wes is in meetings, and obviously he can't come out of meetings, and I can't really chat unless I walk about 5 minutes away from the boat. But other than that, if like sometimes we might have to say, I'm really sorry, Wes is in a meeting, and kind of wave. But yeah, feel free to say hello. We love meeting you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Claire says, Wes and Amy, just keep doing what you're doing. You won't go far wrong. Just love your channel and hope to see you one day passing through Birmingham.
Thank you so much, Claire.
That's really lovely of you to say, and we can't wait to visit Birmingham as well.
Bye, Tony. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye, Tony.
Lovely to see you. And bye, Chasing Currents. Thank you for hanging out as well.
Bye.
No worries at all. It's so good to see you. And yeah, hope to see you again soon as well. Keep it up.
Blue says, you definitely both deserve more subscribers than hitting the like button. Thank you so much. And remember, yes, if you are enjoying it, hit the like button.
Thank you, Blue.
A lot. Thank you, Blue.
Come on then.
Lorraine says, I just remembered I am not vegan, but I do like to use different seasonings. Have you heard of asafoetida? Tesco salts it, and it's brilliant. It's like garlic and onion flavour, handy to have.
Ooh.
As you can probably tell by my completely botched pronunciation, we haven't heard of it, but that does sound really good. We do use a bit of onion powder and a bit of garlic salt, so it sounds like those two combined, which is a pretty good combination.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Tim says, my family think that I'm a bit mad moving on to narrowboat Luna Betty full time. What do your families think of your boat life?
Oh.
Hi, Flo, Polly. Hello. So my family, I think, were pretty okay with it. I think I sort of said that, I've done my research and I can work from it, and that's all fine. So yeah, they were pretty much just like, yeah, good luck. Sounds good.
Same with my family. My family keep saying they would never ever live on a boat. They kind of probably think we're a bit mad. But my family have visited. We've had my mama visit, my auntie, my mum, my sisters, and they all say like the boat is lovely, but they would never do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very supportive.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of skepticism from both of them, but I think just kind of like reiterating, like every time they asked the question, we could say, oh yeah, well, we're probably going to do that. And I think over time they kind of just got used to the idea of it. Blue asks, is there a rule about which side of the canal to moor up to try and avoid the towpath being so close by? So generally speaking, the bits that you're allowed to moor up on are the towpath side. So that is the public footpath bit. There are areas, particularly on rivers, where you can moor on the opposite side, but a lot of the time it's private land or private moorings, so you're not allowed to. We're still kind of like figuring out where the bits are that you can but aren't on the towpath side. But generally speaking, it's kind of like safer in terms of the rules to moor on the towpath.
Yeah, towpath side is for continuous cruisers and kind of any boats. The opposite side is generally pretty much 9 times out of 10 private.
Yeah. Susie says, you guys are so humble. You shouldn't have imposter syndrome. You're one of the best narrowboat vlogs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susie.
So kind of you to say. We really, really appreciate that.
Watching your live stream feels like hanging out with friends. Mandy, we love that. That is definitely the feel that we would love to give.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that means a lot. Thank you.
Where are we?
I've got all Dupe's hair in my mouth now.
Oh, did we say about the bikes from Tony? So before Tony went, he said just wanted to say you should try out some bikes. So we did consider. Who were we watching? It was Chugging, wasn't it?
Chugging, yeah, they've got folding bikes.
So Chugging have got folding bikes, which look like a really good option for just kind of nipping out to towns, that sort of thing. So we have considered it. I think the main thing for us is storing them, because a lot of people will put them in the well deck, but obviously that's
this rabbit takes up so much room.
He takes up more space than 2 bikes. And he's the size of a large shoe. So yeah, maybe someday when we figured that out.
Michaela, thank you so much for hanging out. It was lovely.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, John Allen. Hi guys, how are you doing? Where did you drill the holes under your bed? So I've done a bit. We did a little bit, and then the drill ran out of battery. So we still have plenty more to do, but we have made a start. And we definitely intend to do more of it because we know that's really important.
Yeah.
Fukanel, I passed you every day when you were at the Great Northern Basin, but was too scared to invade your privacy. Oh, that's so sweet.
No, honestly, we don't mind people saying hello. It just depends on how long we can chat for.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might just be kind of a quick hello, but no, honestly, if you see us, please say hello. We love it. But thank you for being so respectful. That's really lovely.
Yeah. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, if you do sort of catch us out and about, like even if we can't stop for that long, just to sort of quickly say hello is still, yeah, we really like that.
Happy Easter as well, everyone. Happy Easter.
Dawn.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Dawn, hey. Dawn is a fellow rabbit owner. Where's Duke's gone?
He's here.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, bunnies. Here he is. Good to see you, Dawn.
Oh. So Tom asked, as someone who struggled with sleep, did you have to get used to sleeping on the boat, i.e. the noise, bobbing, etc., or are you sleep pros?
Night, never too late.
Night.
Thank you so
Lovely
much
to
for
see you.
hanging
Looking forward to
out.
seeing you at Crick. Definitely give us a wave if you do see us and come and say hello.
And welcome in Rachel and Nigel as well. Hi.
Hello.
Go on.
So in terms of sleeping, I guess if I'm asleep, I can sleep through quite a lot.
Wes he can fall asleep in any situation, honestly.
Yeah. I once fell asleep sort of kneeling up, even though my knees were sore from kneeling, and I still fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up with 2 dead legs.
We was in the middle of sorting out stuff to move house, and Wes was leaning up like against the bed, sorting stuff out. Just fell asleep.
So I'm fine. I guess yours can be a bit more temperamental.
I struggle with sleep sometimes. For me, it's like, it depends where we are. If we're in the middle of nowhere, honestly, I'd fall asleep straight away. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, if we're in the middle of nowhere, we fall asleep straight away. Sometimes if it's like a busier area, then it takes me maybe like 1 or 2 nights to feel comfortable enough to kind of deep sleep. But I'll still be able to sleep. It's just maybe like every little noise, I'll maybe wake up and just have a look around. But
Yeah.
Generally, it's fine. Like we slept in Loughborough Basin the last few nights, and that was in the middle of a city centre. And I still slept, but I was just a little bit more on edge, I guess you would say.
Yeah. And I think you sort of kind of make use of the lifestyle as well. So obviously, because we're a bit more in control of kind of the timing of everything that we do. So if Amy hasn't slept very well one night, then she can just sort of nap more the next day to try and like recuperate it. So we kind of try and balance it that way as well.
But in terms of like the noises and like the bobbing and stuff, honestly, when it at night time, because there's no boats going past, it's just dead still. Like the boat doesn't really move. So we don't really find that. It's very relaxing sometimes.
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's
bobbing.
almost like being sort of gently cradled to
Yeah,
sleep.
it's
quite
nice.
Good. Oh, Peter, I don't know if we've already missed you. As of the last minute, I've got to finish setting the table for dinner. It was so much fun chatting with you guys, and look forward to the next vlog as you keep me laughing. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Peter. Sorry if we missed you.
Thank you for watching and for also joining us on this live. It was lovely to have you.
And welcome in Celtic and Paul. Happy Easter. Hello,
Happy
hello.
Easter. Lorraine says it's a powder worth a try. It also has turmeric powder in it. Handy. Try it. We will definitely keep an eye out for that.
Lorraine, is it in a little yellow bottle? Maybe I have tried it.
Because we used a lot of turmeric as well. Fukanal says the best thing I find to help sleep is blackout eye patches. We do actually have one of those.
They do help sometimes.
Yeah.
Before we got the blinds, there was a lot of light.
Yeah, and also you can end up mooring in some spots where there is just like a street light near you. Like we moored on the Sawley Cut, and we didn't realise we were right underneath this really bright light. It was just coming straight in through the windows. So I was fine, but Amy used the sleep mask.
Night, Steve. Thank you for hanging out. Lovely
Night, Steve.
to see you.
Lovely to see you. Oh, it is the little thing in the yellow bottle.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I don't remember trying it, but maybe we'll have to get some because I think I bought some one time before I lived with Wes, and I'm not a very good cook, so I bought it and never used it. Maybe Wes can make more use of it than I can.
Little old me asks, what other narrowboat vloggers do you watch, and did any of them inspire you to buy your boat? So we do watch plenty of them. I think our favorites at the moment, I think the ones that we're sort of most up to date with are Chugging Along. We absolutely
love Chugging
those
Along,
two.
Tim and Sam.
We met them at Boat Life Live, and that was amazing. We watch sort of Cruising the Cut for the more like informative stuff, or basically whenever we don't know how to do anything.
We're like, David will have a video on it.
As we said earlier, we love Holly the Cafe Boat. They are just the most adorable family, and yeah, they sort of have a similar sort of vibe of just go for it and see what happens. Who else was there?
When we were looking at buying the boat, we watched loads of Cruising Alba because they were in a very similar situation to us, where they were like a young couple. Miles was still working, and they had a bank loan, which we have got a bank loan as well. So it was for us. They were the ones that made us be like, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
like, that's doable.
Yeah, we owe a lot of gratitude to them because, yeah, it definitely made us feel so much more confident in just going for it.
Because a lot of the vloggers that you can see, and we love so many, but they might have maybe had a house before that they were able to sell and then use that money to buy the boat. So we were obviously in a position where we were renting and we didn't have that much money saved up. So being able to see someone have a bank loan, maintain a work job to pay that off made us feel like, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, and then there's also sort of Taylor's Aboard, Heidi on Narrowboat Pirate, and Cruising Crafts. There's tons of them.
Yeah.
John's heading off. See you guys later.
Bye,
Take
John.
care. Thank you so much for stopping by, John, and for all your lovely comments as usual.
And night, good night. Never too late, Steve, Maxine, and Mexi the dog. Sorry if we missed you heading off.
And Tom has joined. Hey you guys, sorry I couldn't get on sooner. Love you guys from Tom and Laura on Narrowboat Castle Howard.
Hello,
lovely to see you.
Follow you guys on Instagram.
Yeah, no worries about being late. That's absolutely fine. We ourselves were like 15 minutes late anyway because we couldn't get the stream working.
Hope you're good. We'll probably head off shortly, so we'll do the last few questions. Paul Joseph said, "Have we ever fell in?" I have not fallen in yet.
I have half fallen in. We're only counting as a half. I can't remember which episode it was. But basically, I was trying to clean the solar panels, and the gunnels were really slippery, and I didn't realize. And one of my feet gave out, and in an attempt to sort of save it with the other foot, I also slipped, and I kind of fell, and I managed to cling onto the boat and sort of stop myself going fully in. So I was soaked up to about halfway up my thighs. So we've counted that as a half.
A half. For me, it only counts. You're only a real boater, because there's a saying that you're a real boater when you've fallen in, is when you're fully in, submerged, swimming.
Yeah. If you want to see an example of someone falling in, definitely go and check out Chugging Along.
Oh, Sam took such a fall.
Because they've both fallen in, but there's footage of Sam falling in, and she fell in so hard. That was completely full in, lost her phone, everything. Just slammed into the water. I really felt for her for that. But yeah, that was hopefully not anytime soon, but it's kind of inevitable.
Champagne says, is it difficult living with a dog on a boat? I have a corgi, oh my gosh. And I'm a bit stressed on how she will like the boat. We found Rufus, he was quite an adaptable dog anyway. We've moved house like 3 times before that moved onto the boat. And he was kind of used to new places, because we took him away to like Airbnbs on weekends when we would do like hikes and stuff. So he's always been quite adaptable, and he pretty much settled in to the boat straight away, slept on the sofa. The only thing it took him some getting used to, and we had to do a little bit of work on, was the engine. He was obviously we was just like, what is this? And sometimes when you're moored up and the engine's running to maybe charge, the boat kind of vibrates. So he was a little bit stressed about that at first, but we just gave him loads of treats, reassured him, and now he sleeps out on his bed on the back while we're cruising, and he loves it.
Yeah, so I think
he's playing with his ball now, so he's very relaxed.
It might take a little bit of time, but I think generally speaking, as far as we've seen with Rufus, he just sort of had to learn that this was his home, and then he was fine. So hopefully, that's the case too for your little corgi. That's amazing. Though. I'm really jealous. I love corgis.
Andy and Eric signing off. Night guys, thank you so much for hanging out.
And also, track trains heading off. Thank you so much for your questions and for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. If you're heading off, thank you so much. Oh, what's going on? There we go. I think they've got.
Where were we? So Becky asked, we love the solitude and peace of quiet. Does it ever bother you when other boaters don't stick to the 8 till 8 rule? So for any of you that don't know, the 8 till 8 rule is that you're only supposed to run your engine anytime between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. and not basically in the night hours.
Yeah.
And it's just, to be sort of courteous and to not kind of create noise disturbance when people might be sleeping. We have had instances where we've been near boats that haven't stuck to that. So, for example, when we were in Ellesmere, there was a hire boat moored right next to us, and their stern was next to our bow, and our bedroom's in the bow. So we were sort of right next to their engine, and they turned their engine on at 11:30 at night.
They came back from the pub and turned the engine on, and they were just like out on the stern, chilling out. We was like, you're a hire boat. You don't need to charge the batteries. Why is your engine on?
So that really confused us, but we were also sort of too socially awkward to say anything.
Yeah, so we just laid in bed.
We were just like, just grumbling, but also trying to be really quiet so that we didn't sort of cause any disturbance, because we're just generally quite fearful people. But it can be a bit annoying, but I think generally speaking, it doesn't bother us too much. But we haven't really encountered
it that much. The only time we've ever had it was that one hire boat, and then the other time there was a traditional boat. We love the traditional engines; they're amazing. But they are so loud, and we moored next to opposite of facilities. So there was a traditional boat at 6:30 in the morning. They were like to set off early. That's fine. Moored next to us, filling up with their water tank. So they were there for like half an hour with the engine on, and it was 6:30, and that was very noisy. But other than that, we haven't really had that.
It was a bit like if you put your head inside a Harley Davidson engine and turned it on. That's kind of what it felt like.
Last question. Kevin says, does it cost more or less living on the boat than you thought?
I don't know, really. I think our expectations were pretty bang on. In that I think the main thing with boats is that the startup cost is big because you have to buy the boat. The monthly costs are smaller in the winter, slightly bigger in the winter because of your sort of warmth, and less so in the summer.
Buy champagne.
Buy
No
champagne.
worries. Don't say no. Sorry for asking questions. It's what we're here for.
But I think that was sort of a lot less than we were paying for in a house. The main thing to watch out for with boat stuff is that there's a lot of unforeseen costs.
Yeah.
So something will break and you'll have to either give it a go or hire someone to come and sort of help you with it.
So generally the general running costs are quite cheap. They can be cheap. For us, it's a lot cheaper than having a car and living in a house rented. But you always have to be aware that it's kind of cheap maintaining it, but if your engine breaks, that's very expensive. If something goes wrong, very expensive. Like general boat maintenance isn't cheap. So if you just take into account like gas, diesel, we don't have to pay for electricity and the license. It's pretty cheap, but there's always something that you pretty much need to repair on the boat, buy for the boat. So it's not as cheap as people think, but it is generally pretty affordable for us anyway. Quick one, little old me. I think it tastes like normal chocolate. It's very nice. I can't remember what normal chocolate
tastes like, but it tastes nice. One thing I do want to do is just get a little clip for our vlog.
Yeah, everyone say hi, YouTube.
So if you want to spam like a message saying hello, and then I'm just going to do a little video saying.
If you want to be in an upcoming vlog, say hi. Narrowboat Luna Betty, thank you so much for your lovely words about not being perfect. That means a lot because we like to show that it's doable and you don't have to have this aesthetic, amazing kind of life. Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, thank you all. While you're all saying hi in the chat, if you want to say hi, then I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's asked questions, chatted. Appreciate you all coming and chilling out with us. It's been lovely to see you all. You fell in the canal. 30th episode at 4:14. Thank you, Fleur.
Amazing.
Best mod ever. But yeah, get on then.
Right, here we go.
Let me move the ring light.
Fall
oh God, it's in the way even more. Go.
So we're just doing our Easter live. We've had an absolutely amazing time. Thank you so much for everyone who's turned up. And we've got a bunch of hellos in the chat.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. You're all amazing people, and we really appreciate your support.
Let me put that back. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for all your kind messages. And we don't know when the next live will be because we like to kind of do them seasonally. And as you know, we're very last minute people, so you'll probably find out about it last minute. But thank you so much for hanging out. Again, like if you've enjoyed because it really helps.
Consider subscribing if you haven't already.
The next video is live on Friday. Follow our Instagram where we post pretty much daily about what we get up to. So if you're not on the Instagram, it's just Boat Time UK. But yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
And have a wonderful rest of your Easter.
Wait, get Rufus.
Rufus, come here.
Dupe says bye.
Rufus is just staring at me.
Rufus does not say bye. He's being...
No. I went to go and grab him and he's just stepped back and he's just staring at me.
Oh, and a huge thank you to Tom and Fleur for helping out with the modding as well for this chat.
Yeah, I really
appreciate you
that.
so much. But yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye.